of the most powerful positions in all of LA County government is up for grabs this election day. KCAL9's Lori Perez previews the race for county supervisor in the 2nd District.
Big county, big budget, impacting big problems.
The 5 members of LA County's Board of Supervisors oversee a $35 million budget, a payroll of 100,000 people, the Sheriff's Department, the LA Metro, the Health Department. So the race for an open seat,
It is a big deal.
running to represent the 2 million people of the 2nd District, are 2 veteran politicians, State Senator Holly Mitchell and LA City Councilman and former State Assembly Speaker Herb Wesson, both liberal Democrats looking for a spot on the powerful nonpartisan board. The 2nd District envelops some of the richest and poorest parts of LA, from Miracle Mile through Culver City to Compton, Inglewood, and Carson.
On the major issues facing America, there's really no difference. So it really comes down to their ability to implement and to deliver what the citizens and the residents of the 2nd District need.
Wesson and Smith are in a runoff after the pre-pandemic March primary. Both agree the ensuing medical and economic crisis has exposed even more the disparities for LA's historically black communities, where COVID cases and unemployment rates have spiked.
COVID-19 has illuminated just how poorly the health system delivers services to communities of color, education system, banking system, so we can go down the line.
COVID has just, kind of pulled back the blinder, perhaps for some LA County residents, to really understood that, some of their brothers and sisters who live in certain geographic areas have been struggling all along.
And as outrage has spilled into the streets over perceived police brutality, Wesson says he has seized the moment, co-authoring a city council bill to reimagine policing that includes replacing police with unarmed, community-based emergency responders on calls that come in as nonviolent and non-criminal.
This is the biggest moment ever, and our generation is going to be judged by the actions that we take right now.
Mitchell suggests Wesson should be judged by his support of 2017's Measure C, giving LAPD officers in trouble a choice between an all-civilian review board or a panel that includes 2 command-level officers. Critics say it has weakened the disciplinary process. In 9 years in the state legislature, Mitchell says she too has authored bills on transparency and accountability.
Now he is participated in the conversation about how we have to reimagine law enforcement. Well, we had reimagined law enforcement, and Measure C took us back in time.
Their approach will matter because the current Board of Supervisors is engaged in a battle with Sheriff Alex Villanueva over his handling of deputy-involved shootings, leading to calls for his resignation.
This is a sheriff who's refused to go before the Oversight Committee, has refused to let the Inspector General have access to crime scenes so he can do his job. And so we have a problem. We have a problem.
I believe that the supervisors are on the side of justice and that the sheriff just has not found his footing yet. And that does a disservice to all of the people that we jointly represent.
Pre-protests, pre-COVID-19, homelessness was top of mind in the 2nd. Mitchell supports a housing first model tied to job training and sobriety. Wesson says he'd create a resource center offering services like health care and rental assistance for people at risk. Both agree in answer to many of the district's challenges: poverty, health disparities, systemic racism, is economic stability. As the new SoFi Stadium glistens in Inglewood, each says they want to bring in more new development for the benefit of longtime residents. And to do that, they need a seat on the board.
It's incredibly powerful. Impacts the most people of any local government, has the largest budget of any local government, and has the greatest influence of any local government in America.
After the March primary, both Wesson and Mitchell had 29% of the vote, leading to the need for the runoff. In Studio City, I'm Lori Perez, KCAL9 News.
And for more information on Campaign 2020, the races and propositions, go to KCAL9.com/election.